You are listening to Western Iowa's information leader, KCIM. I'm Nathan Cones, here with your midday news for Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds highlighted her plan to accelerate cuts to the state's income tax system during last night's Condition of the State address at the Iowa Capitol. In 2018, Iowa had the sixth highest income tax rate in the nation at 8.98%. Republicans approved two tax cuts since then, but Reynolds says the state's coffers remain full, despite predictions by opponents it would leave state government unable to meet spending commitments.
One left-leaning group called it a recipe for disaster. Well, that was wrong. 2 years later, it's clear we're well positioned to go further, faster. Even with the tax cuts we've already delivered, state revenue continues to grow, ending the year with a $1.83 billion surplus and more than $900 million in reserve funds.
Reynolds says such a surplus is a clear sign of room for further tax cuts.
Let me be absolutely clear. The surplus does not mean that we aren't spending enough. It means we're still taking too much of Iowa's hard-earned money.
Iowa's income tax rate is slated to drop to a flat 3.9% starting in 2026. She proposes an accelerated schedule, which would retroactively change the current tax year's rate to 3.65%, followed by a drop to 3.5% in 2025.
This bill represents a total savings of almost $3.8 billion for taxpayers over the next 5 years. And it gets there by cutting taxes for every Iowan who pays them. The average family of four with an income of about $78,000 will see a tax savings of over 25%. A single mother of two making $47,000 would see an even greater savings of more than 42%. And there would be no waiting. The cuts would start to show up in paychecks this year.
Prior to last night's Condition of the State address, Reynolds had indicated her long-term goal was the complete elimination of income taxes entirely in Iowa, but she did not outline her plan to get there in her speech. The 2024 Iowa Condition of the Judiciary from Chief Justice Susan Christensen was held this morning, and the 2024 Iowa Condition of the Guard address is slated for Thursday morning. St. Anthony Regional Hospital has announced the addition of a new board-certified OBGYN, Dr. Marie Johnson, coming in February. Dr. Johnson, a Denmark native, specializes in comprehensive obstetrical and gynecological services, and her practice will cater to women of all ages. Johnson earned her medical degree from Truro University, Nevada in 2015 and completed her training at Arrowhead Regional Medical Center in Southern California in 2019, gaining extensive experience across various facets of OBGYN care. Her background also includes fertility care and assisting couples achieve their pregnancy goals. She says, "I genuinely look forward to working with the St. Anthony team and contributing positively to women's health in Carroll and its surrounding areas." Johnson will begin consultations in February, operating primarily from the St. Anthony Clinic in Carroll. For a detailed list of services, visit stanthonyhospital.org. To schedule appointments, contact the St. Anthony Clinic at 712-792-2222. And after 15 years, one of the area's largest music festivals will be making some significant changes. The Ruckus, formerly known as Guthrie's River Ruckus, will be moving locations to now take place in Altoona at Adventureland Resort. Event organizer Grant Sheeter says a more centralized location that is easily accessible for fans will offer a wider selection of lodging options.
We had such a decline in the amount of people owning campers around the area and have a need for hotels. We've been on the hunt for a while and finally made the connection with the right person along the way. And so we're moving to some space just west of the administration building at Adventureland.
Along with the location, Sheeter says the Country Music Festival will change dates to happen earlier in the summer of 2024 to accompany Adventureland's 50th celebration.
We bumped it from the end of July to the first part of June, just to kind of coincide with the park's traffic. Every ticket purchased will actually give access to the theme park and the water park that weekend as well.
Camping will still be an option at the Adventureland campground, and Sheeter says the amenities offered are improvements to this year's two-day event.
it's a full hookup with water and electricity. So that's kind of an added bonus too. The camping that we do have this year will be a little bit better.
Sheeter says we will miss being in our hometown of Guthrie Center, but it will remain an important part of where we came from. Details on the lineup of performers will be released in the next 3 or so weeks, along with details on tickets and camping. For more information, visit GuthrieRiverRuckus.com. And we do need to step away here for just a moment. We'll be right back. There's more news on the way after this on KCIM.
At Home Care Options, it's all about their clients, respectful treatment, and proper care. It isn't a slogan, it's their business model. For more than 30 years, they have proudly helped those with disabilities in our area, whether it was with residential care or day-hab services. Here is what their clients say about their experience and why they chose Home Care Options.
Hi, I'm Alexis. I just love Home Care Options. I feel safe there. And if I were to move anywhere else, I wouldn't know what to expect. Most of all, I love holidays. We go to the church for Christmas and really and celebrate Thanksgiving and Easter and all that.
I'm Dan. Well, it's a fun place to come, have fun with everybody, and talk to everybody. And I love my staff. Tanya is number one down at Dayhab with me. From now on, she's number one. Everybody knows I'm a Cyclone fan down there, and they know I am.
If you have a loved one with disabilities, what do you look for in their residential or day-hab care? Home Care Options, a family caring for families.
It's a clearance event here at Pringer's Slumberland. Matt, store-wide savings going on.
Yeah, right now, take advantage of up to 80% off list prices. We've got a dining room set from Glenwood that's only $3.99. If you're in the market for a fireplace console, we've got those starting at only $2.88. Looking for a reclining sofa, we've got the powered Rutherford sofa for only $9.99.
Great savings going on right now with the clearance event. Shop Pringer's Slumberland, 1318 Highway 30 West in Carroll.
Welcome back to KCIM's Midday News. I'm Nathan Cones reporting. The Sac County Sheriff's Office K9 Remo will soon be outfitted in new protective gear thanks to a donation in the form of a bullet and stab-resistant vest, courtesy of the nonprofit organization Vested Interest in Canines Incorporated. The protective vest will be specially embroidered with in memory of K9 Hobbs, Des Moines, Iowa, end of watch of 12/12/2023. K9 Hobbs with the Des Moines Police Department died unexpectedly last month following a brief and sudden illness. This potentially life-saving body armor is expected to be delivered within 8 to 10 weeks. Established in 2009, Vested Interest in Canines Incorporated is a 501c3 charity dedicated to providing protective vests and other assistance to law enforcement dogs across the United States. The organization's mission is to ensure the safety and protection of canine officers on duty. The U.S.-made NIJ-certified vests have been distributed to over 5,400 canines across all 50 states, valued at $6.9 million through private and corporate donations. Canines actively employed and certified with law enforcement or related agencies, including those with expired vests, are eligible for the program. Contributions can be made through tax-deductible donations, with a single donation of $985 sponsoring one vest, valued at $1,800. For more details or to contribute, visit www.vik9s.org. That's VIK, the number 9s.org, or contact Vested Interest in Canines Incorporated at 508-824-6978. Thomas Resthaven in Coon Rapids is hosting their first outreach program for community members coming up tomorrow. Social Services Director Rachel Hoffbauer says Thomas Resthaven will be hosting a Mental Health Matters program in conjunction with Plains Area Mental Health Center as a way to be a resource for Coon Rapids and the surrounding communities.
January is Mental Wellness Month, so we thought that would be a good time following the holidays. Time gets long for people. It's kind of a dark time of year. Days are short. So just kind of want to make sure people are aware of that there are resources out there and things that they can do, whether it's for them or a loved one or a family friend.
The program begins at 6:30 p.m. in the Thomas Resthaven Dining Room. Hoffbauer says this program is open to the public and anyone can attend.
Anybody can come and participate. Plains Area Mental Health is going to be coming in and just kind of letting us know what we can do to maybe help ourselves get through a hard time, anything that we're looking for that help for counseling or any of those resources, what we need to do to kind of get that started.
There's no need to register. Because of the Iowa weather we have, the program could be postponed to a later date if it does happen to get canceled. Hoffbauer is looking forward to this event and potentially more outreach programs in the future.
whether it be mental wellness, whether there are other resources or information venues that we can be a resource for other people to come in if there are certain topics that they want to learn about or know about that are not as informed as they'd like to be. That's something that we are also going to be looking into.
Follow the Thomas Resthaven Facebook page to stay updated on this and other upcoming programs that they plan to offer. Again, the Mental Health Matters program is Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m. at Thomas Resthaven in conjunction with the Plains Area Mental Health Center. And each year, the Iowa Department of Natural Resources hosts a series of listening sessions throughout the state with Iowans, and Lakeview has been selected as one of the communities to host. On Wednesday, February 21st, DNR staff will be at the Shelter House in Speaker Park at 6:30 p.m. to provide updates on the recently completed hunting and trapping seasons, discuss potential rule changes, and address other topics of interest to the public. DNR Wildlife Bureau Chief Todd Bishop says, "We want people to come out to these meetings, listen to the season's reviews, ask questions, and hear directly from our staff. Part of the meeting will be devoted to discussing potential rule changes and collecting feedback as we work through the rules process. These meetings are open to the public, and any feedback received will be considered as regulation adjustments are developed." The complete list of planned town hall meetings is included with this story on our website. But again, the one in Lakeview is set for Wednesday, February 21st at 6:30 p.m. at the Speaker Park Shelter House. And that is going to be wrapping up your KCIM Midday News for Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. For these stories and many more, check us out online by following us on Facebook and Twitter, on the web at 1380kcim.com, or through the Co Broadcasting mobile app. I'm Nathan Cones reporting.